So by this point now, so many of you know that being detached from your manifestation is an important ingredient in getting what you want from reality. You can't be too attached to getting what you want. You can't be too obsessed with getting what you want. And a lot of you have really struggled with this. A lot of you feel like, oh, I guess I can't manifest what I want because I can't seem to detach from it. And today I want to talk about this specific issue in a different way so that you really get it. It really lands on you what you need to be doing around detachment, and also give you some confidence that even if you feel right now like you can't detach from your manifestation, we're going to give you some confidence that you actually can. It's easier than you think. And it's also not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you've been making it. So we are going to get really deep into all of this today. And before we jump fully in, I will introduce myself to any of you who maybe you don't know me yet. You're clicking on this video for the first time. My name is Genevieve and I'm a manifestation coach. I'm here to explain things in depth for you. I'm here to clear up any confusion for you. I'm here to help you manifest in the healthiest and therefore most effective way possible. My goal is to help you know that you are God, know that you are empowered, know that all manifestation can be easy. And if you want to work with me more, there are lots of ways you can do that. You can book a one-on-one session. You can get one of my courses. And I almost forgot to mention this at the time of me posting this video, and I'm posting this sometime towards the end of November, but at the time that I'm posting this video until November 30th, I'm having a very rare Black Friday sale on my courses. So if you put into the sales site, you go to my site, all the links are down below, you go to that site, you type in manifest 30 into the code box, you will get 30% off of all of my courses. And as I said, I don't do a sale very often. If I ever do a sale, it's only ever around this Black Friday time. So if you've been wanting to get a course, now is definitely the time to do it. Because as I said, after November 30th, 2024, the sale is done, it's not coming back, so now is the time to get a course if you've been waiting and wanting to get a course. So that's that. But if you don't do any of those things, if you can just like this video and subscribe to my channel, if you do get value out of my content, and I know you do, you get so much free value from the free videos I post. Okay, so let's get into this and this whole struggling with detaching and manifesting. And first I have to tell you guys, I have been really deepening in my own meditations that I've been doing. I do a lot of psychic channeling. And actually the reason I'm making this particular video with this particular title is because during a psychic trance meditation that I was in the other day, I got this really vivid download about what attachment energy really is. And just like that, I knew I had to share this with you guys, explain it to you in the way that it was shown to me, because it was shown to me in such a visceral, clear way. And I'm going to try my best to explain exactly how it was shown to me, because I know that when I give it to you the way it was given to me, it's going to make it easier to detach. So what was made really clear to me in my meditation is that first and foremost, attachment energy only lives in the mind. It is a mental energy. And obviously your mental energy does play a big part in how you manifest, because you're using your mental energy to provide focus and direction for the rest of your body's energy. But still, your mental energy is relatively small. It's kind of like one thing. It lives, I keep going up here because it lives here in your 6th chakra. And so what was shown to me is that this mental attachment perception energy, it lives only up here, and the rest of your body's energy is only ever experiencing oneness. And by that I mean, like if you come down to your heart chakra or your root chakra, those energy centers are only ever experiencing itself. It only knows its own experience. It doesn't have mental energy that identifies otherness, because here's the other big thing, and it might not be a newsflash to a lot of you, but to some of you it is. Attachment energy, that is a byproduct of mental energy, only comes from the perception of otherness, that I'm over here, that thing is over there, and therefore there is separation. Attachment is a byproduct of perception of separation. I hope you guys are following me, because it is so empowering when you realize that this is just mental energy. It is not like your whole body is suffering in attachment, even though it can feel that way. The rest of your body is just knowing what it knows. It just feels what it feels. It can only ever experience its own whole experience. It doesn't know, your heart chakra doesn't know that its experience is maybe separate from something else outside of it. It has no way to comprehend that because mental energy doesn't live in the heart chakra. It only lives up here in the sixth chakra. And therefore, the concept, the perception of attachment, it can only exist up here. So why is this exciting and helpful for you to know? Well, because as I've said, if it's just an energy that exists only in one part of your whole beingness, you have more control over the energy than you realize, especially since all the energy is in one place. It's only in thought perception. It's only in thought energy. And I keep saying the word energy because I want you to relate to the idea of attachment or detachment as simply an energy. Attachment itself isn't real. Detachment itself isn't real. Again, both those things are just concepts. They're just mental concepts. So when you empower yourself to realize, oh, so it's not about how do I detach or how do I stop being attached. It's simply about disregarding the energy of attachment. Instead of playing in the duality of, well, am I attached or am I detached? That's still taking seriously the energy of attachment. We have to go beyond the perception of am I detached or am I detached? Go beyond that perception and go into all of that. All of the attachment, detachment stuff is just an energy perception. It's not real. It's just a mental energy perception. So by you simply seeing it as, okay, the concept of attachment is just an energy. It's just a mental energy that lives in my head. When you see it in that way, you instantly get space from the energy because you're no longer in the energy trying to figure out the energy. That's just like a hamster wheel, like you're just in the hamster wheel trying to get off it, but all you're doing is you're just spinning in it. Instead, you want to remove yourself from the energy, that we're not taking attachment or detachment seriously at all anymore. We're just disregarding the energy of focusing so much on attachment or detachment being important. I hope this is making sense to you. I know that for some of you, maybe this is going over your head, but the bottom line that I want to drive home to you is that what manifests is your genuine energy towards those people, places, and things in your world. And when you keep it really simple, and you constantly remind yourself, if you start to get caught up in this idea that, oh no, I'm not detached enough, or oh, I should be detaching more. Like when you catch yourself taking those kinds of thoughts seriously or having those kinds of thoughts or judging those kinds of thoughts, you know that instantly all you have to do is see the energy clearly for what it is. As, okay, this is an energy I don't want to be engaging in. I don't want to be engaging in any like, oh, there's a problem with detachment energy. You simply can claim being attached and being detached are not real. Attachment is a byproduct of living in 3D duality. What will manifest is my acceptance that my desire is fulfilled now. And that will allow these lower body chakras to really be embodying the energy of, yeah, I do feel so loved right now. Yeah, I do know everything is working out for me right now. Yeah, I just feel like my life is amazing and XYZ is going well. This person over here is going well. Everything's just working out for me. Those chakras can continue to embody that without being blocked by this mental idea you keep taking seriously that, oh, but I should be more detached from the 3D. Instead, you're just putting the entire, again, detachment, attachment argument to the side and reminding your mental energy there is only oneness. That's how all of manifestation stuff works to begin with, is we are all one consciousness. We're all connected to God through one God consciousness. And that's why when you have a shift in your energy or your state of being, it causes the hologram of the 3D reality, the hologram that is always reflecting you because it is you, it causes it to match you. And all of this happens simply through what energy are you embodying? What energy are you taking seriously? And when you can simply see the concept of detachment as not a real problem, it's like we have to step out of the idea that detachment is even an issue, because it's not an issue. It's only an issue if you've decided it is. It only becomes real in this mental energy focus if you decide, yes, that is a real thing that applies to me. I am not detached enough. I have declaimed that I am not attached enough. I take that energy seriously, therefore it becomes a part of my mental energy body. Instead, you're saying no. The whole concept of detachment versus attachment, all that stuff, it is just a mental construct. It is a mental energy that I simply don't need to take seriously. I can remember, because then another part of your mental energy is that you can remember other mental energies. So I can remember that, again, there is only oneness. There is only now. I'm only ever experiencing the wholeness of my own experience right now. There's no out there. There's no separation. There's just no separation between me and the things that I want. There's no separation. But it's my responsibility to embody the knowing, the energy of, yes, I accept that it is done now. And I walk confidently through this 3D knowing that my desires are done right now. I'm not stalling myself in taking seriously a different energy that says, oh no, but actually my mental energy says there is separation and everything is still a problem. You're not doing that anymore. You're saying, no, it really is done now. The last thing I'll say about attachment energy is part of the reason you even have the ability to be attached to things in the 3D is that it's one of God's gifts to help you navigate the 3D and navigate what it is you truly do desire. Because if you think about it, if you were truly non-attached or truly completely detached from everything in the 3D reality, you wouldn't even have desires. And it's not that you need to be desireless to manifest. In fact, I've seen that backfire on a lot of people where they try to get so neutral about everything, where it's like, I'm going to be desireless and just have no desires. And it almost creates a numbness in them, or this almost dissociative detachment from reality that's not really helpful, and it doesn't really manifest results. So I'm saying this because there is, again, a healthy gift that God has given you in your ability to notice, oh, I have a little bit of an attachment to that. That means my desire to create wants to move in that direction. But where this mental attachment energy gets dangerous is when we're attaching from that place of lack. And that's what's happening to most of you, where it feels like, oh my gosh, but I have to have it or else I'll suffer. What we're really saying is, I don't have it right now and I am suffering right now. And that is coming from the duality of separation and perceiving, yep, that's over there. And therefore your attachment to it gets too strong because you're perceiving it as separate and maybe far from you. And therefore this attachment's oh, I gotta have it. But a little bit of attachment is really normal and healthy. That's, again, it's part of God's gift to you. It helps you create your reality, helps you navigate, okay, here's what I like, here's what I don't like. Because we do temporarily live in this 3D world of duality. And so God gave us this mental energy, this ego energy, to help us not only survive the 3D, but to really flourish and navigate the 3D very well, because we have this ability to pick and know what's our next thing and what's not our next thing. But once you've picked, yep, this is what I like, this is what I have that little bit of drive and attachment towards. Once you've identified that, then you have to embody, okay, it's already mine now, and I'm going to get out of this mental thing I've been taking way too seriously about, oh, but I'm not detached enough, or maybe I'm too much of this. It's you have to let go of all of this mental appraising and analyzing and trying to figure it out through your mind. When it comes to mind energy, it's best to just put the mind aside. Once you've decided your direction of yep, okay, this is what I have now, this is what I want, this is what I have. Once you've claimed that, the mind energy part is done, and you've just got to let it sink into your body and really let your body, these energy centers in your body, you've got to let those parts of you really feel the safety and the comfort and security that, yep, I do have it and I'm really enjoying it right now. So the bottom line here is really release yourself from needing to figure out attachment versus detachment. Because a lot of you, because really you think you're too attached, you're trying to force yourself to be detached. But again, it's just mental energy resisting itself. And again, being in that hamster wheel within the problem and never getting out of the problem. Instead, just put the whole concept of attachment versus detachment put it to the side. It is just mental energy. It is just a way of relating to the duality of the world, but it's not relevant to your manifestation once you've decided what you're going to embody. Once you've decided that you already have it, the idea of attachment versus detachment is irrelevant. And so you've got to put the mental energy that says, oh no, it is relevant. I'm not detached enough. You've just got to put all that to the side. And it's as simple as acknowledging it and saying, I know what that is. I know what that mental energy is. Again, remind yourself, there is nothing but oneness. I operate from the energy of oneness. I don't operate from this 3D on 3D level of thinking anymore. Okay, let me know your thoughts and questions down below. I have a feeling that some of you might have questions about that, but hopefully I explained that as clearly as I could. But let me know what you think. Let me know what other topics you would like me to talk about in future videos, questions just in general. And yes, I will look forward to seeing your comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.